Tonight on Ramblers Unleashed, who is this mysterious person sitting in with us on the show tonight? What kind of undead assignment is the Baron on? How much more convincing will it take to get Dizzy to go off the top rope again? Max has the sads. Please help cheer him up. All of this and more next on Ramblers Unleashed.
The following program contains coarse language, a lot like real life. Viewer discretion is advised.
The wrestling podcast that sets all other podcasts apart. Covering news from the world of WWE, AEW, TNA, and more. Your favorite weekly episodic podcast, Ramblers Unleashed, starts now.
Here we go. It's your Tuesday Night Delight. It is time to ramble for some Ramblers Unleashed. It is a hell of an evening. Hopefully you had a good Labor Day weekend. I know that I did. It was very, very dull, which was nice. And I got to watch Clash in Paris, which we'll go over the card for Clash in Paris. And Max will get some of our predictions that the Baron and you and I had here in just a few moments. But Max, how are you, buddy?
You know, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit disappointed.
What?
You had all of us record a PSA about the language that could possibly be on the show, and that was like 6 months ago, and I've not heard mine yet.
Well, I did it. I do it. Oh, I thought I did it though. Honestly, do I need to rewind and just play yours?
No. It's too late.
Okay,
We're not doing it tonight
because we can go and rewind.
We got to do it soon. And listen, I already had the sads. So when you do my introduction, I'm going to explain that. But my feelings are now hurt on top of having the sads.
Well, I'm sorry, Max. But they should be a little bit better because we have a special guest on with us tonight.
Yes, but also you're my best friend, so of course I'm going to forgive you.
Of course, yes. Max, let's go ahead and introduce you, our favorite neighborhood heel, a man with more wrestling knowledge in his pinky finger than Tony Khan could ever muster up with his toy figures, and the only guy that I know that pops bigger for Joel Gertner than any of us. And damn it, Max, you are our wise man. You can address him as Mr. Magius, but we call him the mighty Maximus Magius. Golfer's clap. I don't even have Where's the golfer's clap at? I was so unprepared for this. Oh, I just saw it. There it is. There we go. The golfer's clap. That's it.
Listen, before I get into why I have the sads, because I think that's very important, I let people know.
It is.
And it goes along with something we've talked about on the show before, but we'll get back to that in just a second. You always talk about my fandom for Joel Gertner. One of these nights, I am going to come on the show with a neck brace and a bow tie in honor of Joel Gertner. I just got to find them.
Please do. That would be awesome.
So,
I would love that.
Listen, for everybody out there, if you don't know this, I'm pretty sure if you've been listening to us for a while, you know that I have a thing for the psychotic female wrestlers. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, Alexa Bliss is my current favorite. We know that I'm a huge fan of Nikki Cross, and listen, if anybody is psycho in the WWE right now, it is Nikki Cross. But years ago, there was one woman that still stands tall as one of the craziest female wrestlers to ever set foot in a professional wrestling ring. A buddy of mine once tweeted out, if you've ever had a crush on a professional wrestler, who's that wrestler? Tag them here. And I tagged her, and she liked the tweet. She liked my response to my buddy. And unfortunately, 4 years ago yesterday, she took her own life. And we've talked about these topics on the show before, and we've said if you're having some issues, reach out, whether it's to us or to one of those hotlines or to a family member or a friend. Please reach out to somebody. We don't want to keep having to have days like this where we're really upset. And listen, I can't possibly put myself in her shoes or anybody else's shoes and understand where they're coming from. but I will be a friend. I will be an ear. I will be a shoulder for you to cry on. Please just reach out and talk to us, because right now I am missing her something fierce. She's one of my favorites to have ever stepped in that ring.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been a rough couple of days thinking about her.
Yeah, and of course we're talking about Daphne, who
Yes.
was just so iconic in not only the professional wrestling world, but outside of the professional wrestling world too. We miss you, Daphne. And yeah, if you are feeling any kind of way, reach out to your friends, your family, reach out to us. We'll talk to you. So there's that. So
we're building a Discord community, and I guarantee you, even if one of us is not available, somebody on our Discord server will be there to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Please join us. Reach out to one of us for the link, and we'll get you added. And I promise you, someone there will talk to you.
Link is in the description of this video here on YouTube, and you can join us. And we'll post that link on our X page too, which, by the way, hello to our X viewers, and also twitch.tv as well.
Listen,
And
if they're ex-viewers, why are we greeting them?
Baron is on assignment. He's trying to brainstorm with Liv's doctors on how to speed up the recovery process for Liv Morgan. So I'll have to get a status update next week from him. But Max, we have a special guest on the program tonight.
Yes, we do.
However,
I've got two things to do before we discuss that.
Yes,
and don't worry, I'm going to make it quick because I really want to get to this guest. I'm kind of excited.
Yeah.
First off, I want to shout out all of you over here on this side of the screen that are tuning in every week. You listen to us, you watch us, you put up with us. Some of you give us a little crap, and I'm okay with that. But one of you calls me the GOAT, and I really like that a lot. And you are welcome to stick around anytime you want. You're welcome here. But ladies and gentlemen, I want you to give yourself a round of applause because you are an essential member of the Ramblers Unleashed crew. Without you, we'd have no platform. We'd have no show. So give yourself a round of applause.
Absolutely. Golfers clap for you. Thank you for being here. And last but not least, Max.
And this man is a man who needs no introduction, but deserves one. It's kind of like when you are a very talented wrestler, but you're kind of controlling the booking. You don't want to book yourself, but damn it, sometimes you got to book yourself into that title. And this man, without him, we wouldn't have the identity of Ramblers. We'd just be a couple of idiots looking at each other on cam and wondering why we're doing this. But this is the guy that puts the stories together. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have a rundown week in and week out. We wouldn't have a platform, a voice. Without you guys, there'd be nobody listening to us. But without this man, we just wouldn't have a show at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to give it up for my best friend, the Dizzy.
Thank you very much. That gets better. You get better and better at that every week, man.
I get more passionate about it every week, too.
Well, I love you, best friend.
And you know what? I think it's time. I think we need to discuss the mystery guest.
I think we do, too. I honestly do. And we do have a special guest on the program tonight. This person has been a longtime fan of the show, longtime commenter in the chat. And now we have this person on the program tonight to share their thoughts in real time on the topics we are going to discuss tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big, warm golfers clap for our special guest, Courtney. How you doing, Courtney? It's nice to see you. Welcome to Ramblers Unleashed. How are you? Oh, she is muted. Hang on just 1 second. There you go. Hi.
Jeez, way to introduce me. Mute me, by the way.
Yeah. You can be seen but not heard.
Listen, the guy's my best friend, but sometimes he's not all there and he forgets to do things.
Sometimes, yeah. How are you, Courtney?
I'm all right. I'm really good, actually.
Good. We're excited to have you tonight.
Yeah.
And so you've been a fan of the show for some time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite part of the program?
Just listen to you guys ramble.
That's what we do best. That is exactly what we do best. Max?
Literally, that's the best thing we do. I mean, sure, we harass each other. We belittle each other. We make fun of each other. But we do nothing better than we ramble, and we get on tangents and just ramble.
Yep.
And because of how much we ramble, I'm trying to talk Disney into a new show. More information on that down the road.
Down the road.
Ooh.
Yes, road. Oh, Mir says, all hail Queen Courtney. Mir in the chat, how you doing, buddy? Glad you're here. And we have so much to dive into tonight. Courtney, are you ready?
I am.
All right, let's get into it.
You know, the thing is, you say we have so much to get into, but I listen to the rundown, and a lot of it surrounds one man and his stupidity.
It does surround one man, and let's get into that right now. That is, of course, Raja Jackson. People were pretty angry when it was announced that Raja was going to appear at an indie show, but it seems that appearance might not happen after all. While speaking on Wrestling Observer Live, Brian Alvarez revealed that Raja's booking for Danger Pro Wrestling is unlikely to take place. Alvarez said that he was told that the venue hosting the show decided against allowing Jackson to appear, effectively blocking the plan. Alvarez said that Raja Jackson is not welcome in the building, and if the promotion were to go ahead and use him, they risk losing access to that venue for future events. The building in question, guys and gals, is Queen Bee's Banquet Hall North Park in San Diego, and Danger Pro Wrestling determined to have Raja Jackson appear on the show. However, fans were glad to know that the appearance won't be happening anymore. They were upset about the announcement. You can relax. He won't be there. But the real questions is if any other promotions will risk booking him after all the backlash. So we'll have to see what happens to Raja Jackson since people still absolutely hate him for his brutal assault on Syko Stu. Honestly, guys, that's a smart move for Danger Pro Wrestling. Any promotion booking this dude is at risk of losing their promotion.
Well, here's the thing. And when I first shared that the Facebook post to our chat, I said, oh, look, another company that wants to get shut down. And here's the thing. Okay, if it turns out that the police decide Raja did nothing wrong, I don't agree with that. We saw the footage. We know he did. But if the police conclude their investigation and decide that he's done nothing wrong and he could be a good little boy in the future, I might not push for feds to be shut down if they book him. But as long as he is under police investigation, it'll be in your best interest to not book this guy. Knox is about to find out the hard way that there are consequences to every action. And as we're going to find out on the desk of Max Magius, one guy in particular has already felt the consequences of his actions.
Yeah, and Courtney, it's just a sad situation that all this is going on, and it's kind of eye-opening that Danger Pro Wrestling even decided that, yeah, we're going to go ahead and book this dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on what's going on with Raja. But there's a criminal lawyer that broke down the serious legal consequences of Raja's brutal attack and against Syko Stu at the Knox Pro event. It's seen as an embarrassment on many levels, and it is. While an investigation is still active, a criminal lawyer has now revealed that legal consequences everyone could be facing. While speaking on his YouTube channel, criminal lawyer Bruce Rivers explained that Raja Jackson could face serious criminal charges, including aggravated assault and attempted murder. The assault went far beyond a standard in-ring fight, with Raja continuing his attack on Syko Stu while he was already defenseless. Rivers noted that self-defense cannot be used as an excuse once an opponent is down, making Raja fully liable for the violence. The live stream footage, which captured Raja planning the attack, adds evidence to the premeditation. Prosecutors could argue that the attack had not been stopped, it could have led to Stu's death, potentially raising the charge to felony murder. Here's what the attorney said, and I quote, "Now, this is aggravated assault. These are not little guys. These are not weak guys. And the minute Stu is out, it's over. If he dies, at least it's felony murder. He would have killed him if you didn't stop, right? I promise you he would have killed him. Revenge is never a defense in criminal case. Now, one could argue that you're acting in self-defense. No, you're acting in revenge. At this point, the fray is over, right? You lose your right to self-defense when the fray is over. And if your opponent is defenseless, the fray is over. That is all premeditated, and that's part of an issue. He's planning, and not just the fake attack. He's going to beat his ass, end quote. Now, the wrestlers like AJ Mana and promoters who push Raja to attack could also face trouble too. Bruce Rivers said that telling him things like give him a receipt or F him up means they were helping in the assault. By letting him in the ring and encouraging the attack, they made it worse. This could also be seen as negligence, which means they could be sued. Rivers said it wasn't just poor judgment. It could have serious legal consequences. Rivers said that if Knox Pro staff told wrestlers not to talk to police, it could be a crime of like obstruction of justice or witness tampering. Stopping people from helping an investigation is dishonest and illegal and could get the management in more trouble, and that the promotion itself may be held responsible for this. By letting Raja attack and not stopping it, they've helped. They're in deep shit, honestly. This means that Stu could sue them for damages. Rivers added that their insurance might not even cover something like this, but the promotion could still face big lawsuits. And the analysis from Rivers shows that Raja Jackson's attack could affect many people, not just Raja, but the wrestlers that had nothing to do with this. The promoters, Knox Pro itself, they've already separated. WWE has already separated them from themselves from the ID program with possible charges like aggravated assault, attempted murder, aiding and abetting, along with civil lawsuits. The incident could have lasting consequences for everybody involved. And that's why our question of the day is, should Raja and Knox Pro face maximum legal consequences for this assault? Let's start with Courtney. What do you think?
Oh God. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't honestly know how to put into words that.
It's just a sad situation, all in all. Personally, yeah, I think the promotion should be held responsible. I think anybody involved in this should be held responsible. I think the person who told them, "Hey, don't talk to the police," should be held responsible. And I think that the promotion should have some serious legal ramifications from this. Honestly, Max, your thoughts?
Well, first off, I completely agree that they need to be punished to the maximum extent of the law. Now, if the promotion had been like, cooperate, answer all the police's questions, do this, or if they had sent that guy that saved Stu, then I might be like, all right, maybe they should get some form of punishment. But when the promoter said don't cooperate with the police, now you've crossed the line. Mm-hmm. Now you deserve whatever maximum punishment the law can throw at you for what you've done. Mm-hmm. I want to comment on a few other things. First off, the thought that this is self-defense. Had Raja defended himself when the beer can was busted over his head, yes, that's self-defense. You're defending yourself from an impending threat. But when he moved down to ringside much later, watched the match take place, and then climbed into the ring, this is no longer self-defense. You're starting a new interaction, a new fight. So if Stu had fought back then, Stu would be defending himself, not Raja. Mm-hmm. And if Stu had died in this assault, Knox would be considered accomplices for what they had done. There's no two ways about that. For one thing, they said, go get your receipt. For another, they didn't send the locker room out to stop this guy. One guy was told, hey, we may have a thing happen, but we don't know. It should be all good. Just go stand by the curtain. We don't know when it's going to happen. And then this guy was like, oh, this looks legit. I better just get in there since they don't seem to know what's going on. Finally, the last thing I want to talk about is Rivers. I looked him up because I was kind of curious. He's out of Minneapolis. He is a board-certified criminal law and trial specialist.
Mhm.
He is certified by the National Board of Trial Advocacy and the Minnesota State Bar Association. He has over 20 years of experience litigating criminal cases. Now, when I hear the word litigating, my mind is like, wait, exactly what does that mean? I can never remember what the definition is. To litigate is to go to law, to be party to a lawsuit, or take a claim or dispute to a court of law. So this man has 20 years of experience of taking criminal cases into a courtroom. If this guy says that the DA has a case against Raja and possibly against Knox Pro, I'm inclined to agree with the guy that has 20 years of experience.
Yeah.
I am not inclined to agree with someone like Rampage who said, yeah, my son's dumb, but if anybody wants to come after him, blah, blah. Now you've made a new threat. So now you need to be investigated for making that new threat. So at the end of the day, yes, there needs to be some level of punishment for both Raja and the company, especially that promoter who allowed this to happen, and the guy that said, dude, go get the receipt. If anybody has a problem, I'll come deal with them.
Yeah, and you know, let's move on to Rampage Jackson, because he seemed to have changed his stance on the whole ordeal surrounding his son Raja. He admits Raja deserves punishment for brutally attacking Syko Stu. Rampage Jackson took to his Instagram and uploaded a video of the whole incident, including Syko Stu hitting Raja with a beer can. Now, Rampage admitted he wasn't supposed to talk about it, but he felt he needed to clear up some misinformation. Jackson said Raja was allowed in the ring, despite what some people thought, and hoped that threats against his family would stop. He explained that the clip being shared online was edited and didn't show the full story. Jackson called his son a POS, quote unquote, for what he did, but said others also handled the situation poorly. Still, Raja is the one that feels the most disappointed in. He feels the most disappointed in. He stated that Syko Stu didn't deserve what happened and pointed out that his own deep respect for the military and veterans. Jackson added that Raja didn't know Stu was a veteran with PTSD, and he said he hoped his son would have acted differently if he had known. Addressing the racist comments, though, Jackson told people to view the incident simply as two men caught up in something stupid that could have been avoided. He said that the most important thing is that a man was hurt, and now everyone, including Raja, should face the punishment they deserve because no one is above the law. This comes after Rampage Jackson actually blames Syko Stu for the whole incident by hitting Raja Jackson with the beer can. So Rampage Jackson's comments show that he's trying to be fair about the incident, but he admits that his son should be punished, but also speaks out against the hate towards his family since California authorities are still investigating it. We'll have to see whether Raja Jackson will be brought to justice. I mean, Max, honestly, thankfully, Rampage has come to some sort of common sense in this whole incident.
Yeah, some sort of.
Yeah,
I'll comment on that in a second. Raja didn't know he was a vet. I'm pretty sure that they told him who this guy was ahead of time, because this was originally supposed to be some kind of work that turned serious somewhere along the way. It was originally something planned involving Raja, and it just turned to shit. Now, I agree with Rampage that Raja is a POS, but he shouldn't just be disappointed in Raja. He needs to be disappointed in himself as well, because Rampage, for the record, you raised that POS. You should have taught him better. And yes, I think he's trying to save face.
I do too. I mean, this is clearly somebody who is trying to, I mean, I get where he's coming from as far as trying to stick up for his son. He understands where, you know, what his son did was absolutely wrong. But in the meantime, I think that he's trying to keep the peace with his family, because it's not fair that his family gets death threats. It's not fair that anybody gets death threats. No, don't be that person to send death threats to somebody. Just don't do it. Even in a situation like this, you know?
Well, here's the thing. I'm not supporting the death threats in any way, but if anybody in this situation were to receive those, leave the rest of the family out of it.
Yes.
Okay. The two members of this family And I'm not saying they actually deserve death threats, but the only two members in this family that should be the ones receiving those are Raja and Rampage because of the things that they've said and done in this whole thing. At the end of the day, don't do it. But leave the rest of that family alone. They haven't even gotten involved. They haven't tried to defend Raja, not once. They are trying to keep a low profile. Leave them alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. With someone else who is not backing down when it comes to this whole incident is Kevin Nash. And he's got his own take on the whole Syko Stu Raja Jackson incident. And in a new update, he's doubling down where the blame really lies. During the latest episode of Click This, Nash was asked why Raja Jackson was even allowed backstage or near the ring at the Knox Pro event where he violently attacked Syko Stu. According to Nash, this kind of situation would have happened in the wrestling business, never would have happened in the wrestling business he came up in. He went on to criticize how some indie promotions have become so desperate for attention on viral moments that they let their guard down completely. He said, quote, the desperation, a lot of these indies, maybe something will happen. No, something did happen. Yeah, they were absolutely right. They got exactly what they wanted. Something did happen, end quote. Nash previously said that the incident was stupid on Syko Stu's part, questioning why anyone would hit a person they didn't even know. He also blamed the presence of a camera and speculated that Stu may have wrongly assumed Jackson was a fellow worker because of his physical appearance and filming setup. And Max, I've said this from the damn get-go. Courtney, you could probably agree with this too. I don't know why they have to have big-ass celebrities involved in a world where they know nothing about it, especially UFC or MMA fighters. That's like telling a figure skater to go play in the NBA or a lumberjack to go pitch a few innings in the MLB. It's dangerous. Someone can get hurt, and somebody did get hurt.
The thing is, though, at the end of the day, if you actually sit down with the person you're bringing in, explain the world they're stepping into, make sure they understand what their role is limited to, things will go better. The problem is too many people are just like, oh, hey, we're going to do this spot. Just go in there and kick his ass. You have to explain it to people, especially a guy as dumb as Raja. And now here's the other thing I want to point out on this. Knox is probably looking at this as no such thing as bad publicity. This is something that I have heard said a lot over the years. And to an extent, it's true. Even a bad story about your company puts eyes on your company, and people are going to be curious. I guarantee you, if they don't strip them of their athletic license, the next time Knox Pro puts on a show, it's going to be standing room only because people are like, oh, this is the company that really screwed the pooch. Let's go check them out. And listen, if you're thinking that, please don't, because all you're doing is putting money in their pockets after the mistake they made. Your best bet is avoid this company, find another local indie fed, and check them out instead.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we get to the desk of Max Magius, we do have an update on Syko Stu, and there's a lot of good news coming out of this. His real name is Stuart Smith. He's officially been released from the hospital. He's now home recovering. And in a heartfelt statement shared on Facebook by Stu and Contessa Patterson, the extent of his injuries were confirmed. Fans were given a much-needed update on his condition. The post revealed that Stu was unconscious upon arrival at the ER and suffered a serious head injury during the attack. He also sustained trauma to both the upper and lower jaws, a laceration to his upper lip, and a fracture to the maxilla bone, which led to the loss of several teeth. Despite the brutal nature of the assault, Syko Stu's fighting spirit remains intact. And the statement noted, quote, he has a long road of recovery ahead, but he remains in good spirits despite everything he's been through, end quote. The Post also thanked those who have shown love and support during the time, including fans, friends, and fellow wrestlers, too. Mr. Beast donated $10,000. I think Chris Jericho donated either $2,300 or $2,500 to Stu on his GoFundMe. And he says, quote, thank you to everyone who's contributed in any way, whether through monetary donations, food, flowers, or gifts. Your kindness means more than words can express, end quote. I mean, look, the road to recovery is not going to be an easy one, but we do wish Syko Stu a speedy recovery, and we're glad to see his spirit isn't broken by this situation.
And man, I cannot shout out Mr. Beast enough.
Yeah,
For the donation that he made to help Stu out.
absolutely. Yeah. And let's go from the desk of Max Magius, thanks to ringsidenews.com. AJ Mana has been a big part of this. The best news from this all, though, is that AJ Mana is officially out, both from his day job and from Knox Pro Wrestling Academy, following his involvement with the now infamous assault on Syko Stu during the August 23rd show in California. Mana, who was caught on Raja's Jackson's Kick live stream, telling Jackson to give Stu a receipt just moments before Jackson stormed the ring and attacked Syko Stu, has since confirmed he's been fired from not only his primary job, but removed from the Knox Pro roster entirely. Mana tried to defend himself in a statement shortly, and here's what he said, Max, quote, "For those that are offended at the fact that I just told the truth, fuck you. Because now my fucking life is ruined over your lies, so fuck you. I got a call for my fucking job. Quote, we saw the TMZ video. You're an accessory to an attempted murder. We got to let you go. End quote. I can't wrestle anymore." Now, remember, because this happened, Knox Pro has also been dropped from the WWE's ID program as an affiliated school, a major blow to that promotion's reputation. Max, your thoughts?
First off, AJ, fuck you. You were heard on video saying get the receipt. And if anybody has a problem with it, I'll come out and deal with it. I don't know how many times this has to be pointed out to you that you said that. If you have a problem, go back and watch the video and listen to what you said. The fact that you refused to take accountability for what you said and did that led to that, that's a problem for me. All right. So the fact that you got fired from your day job, I don't care. They had every right to fire you since you are now considered an accessory to an attempted murder. If I was your boss, I'd have fired you too. And I guarantee you there is nobody on this show that wouldn't have done it. There's nobody over here on this side that wouldn't have done it. I can guarantee you that. You were caught on video saying, go kick his ass. It's all right. I'll take care of anybody that thinks you shouldn't. Mm-hmm. How'd that work out for you, AJ? Number two, the fact that you got released from Knox Pro, I don't understand how that happened because they're just as guilty in this bullshit as you are. But hey, I still don't feel bad for you. And I'm going to be honest with you. And this is the point where I'm going to defend you. You are probably better off no longer being affiliated with Knox Pro, considering the promoter said, hey, don't cooperate with the police. Because that was pretty much just as bad as what you did. So, AJ Mana, I'm going to take a moment and be nice to you, though. I will tell you what. You reach out to me, I will talk to the boys, and I am willing to get you on air to defend yourself. There is no defense for what you did, but I'm going to let you try. And I bet you if I ask nicely, the boys will allow that if you reach out to me. You want a platform to defend yourself? Come on my show. I'm going to let you try to defend yourself. But remember, at the end of the show, it's still my show, not yours. And no matter what defense you claim, I'm still going to tell you how it is. And what you did was wrong. You deserved everything you've gotten so far. And I think the police investigation is probably going to find you guilty of a couple more things.
See, and here's Mir just said AJ Mana was in character when he made the comment. Character or no character, he shouldn't have made the comment. When you tell somebody to go get their receipt, that's you're automatically not in character anymore. That is considered a shoot.
And the other thing about that is he knew how pissed Raja was.
Yeah.
At that point, you need to be diffusing the situation.
Oh, sure.
Not egging it on, character or no character. Even when I was the heel manager, I was feuding with security. When there was a problem, I made them diffuse the situation. I did not egg it on further.
Yeah, you don't you have to understand when it borderlines real life. That's when the situation needs to be diffused, because in the wrestling world, it's different versus what is going on backstage. Backstage, that's the real world. In the ring, that's the wrestling world. They're two different entities. And you don't go backstage egging on somebody who's already pissed off, who already just beat the shit out of some dude and almost killed him. You don't go backstage and egg it on. That's something that you just don't do. And that is not I'm sorry, Mir, that's not a heel move. That's just pure evil. Pure evil. It just, there's a fine line. There's a real fine line, and Raja definitely crossed it, and he put a mark on that promotion forever. That promotion is going to have a hard time recovering from this. And if more people show up to be involved in this, then honestly, they do need the door shuttered. They deserve to have the door shuttered, but I feel terrible. I feel awful about all the wrestlers that aren't involved in this, that tried to stop the situation from happening, that tried to help, but maybe they were told not to go out there. You know, they were probably told not to. They said, hey, just don't go out there. Don't go out there. Like, dude, my friend's getting his ass whooped. Like, he's getting killed. I can't go out there. And there were how many wrestlers out in the ring at that time to stop him, to stop Raja?
Yeah.
Raja's a real fucking fighter, man. Raja, it can kill a person with his bare fucking hands. It's different. And that's why I am so against UFC fighters, MMA fighters, somebody who is not trained to be in the wrestling world, go into the wrestling world, have something like that happen, and then go in there and potentially commit murder. That's not cool. It's not how it should be, man. And we're going to keep an eye on this situation because I'm sure there's going to be more coming out about this, but let's move on to some happier news.
I'm looking forward to hearing about them accessories.
Yeah, exactly. Some matches have been added to Wrestlepalooza, and it's looking like it's stacking the deck for the event. A potential tag team reunion could steal the show. While only one match has been officially announced so far, PW Insider dropped an update revealing what fans can possibly expect from the PLE when it airs live from Indianapolis on ESPN. So according to the report, the following matches are internally listed as top matchups for Wrestlepalooza on September 20th at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. So we have Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, Brock Lesnar versus John Cena, and for the Women's World Championship, Io Sky versus Stephanie McMahon. So far, only Io Sky and Stephanie McMahon officially confirmed, but the rest are expected to be finalized very soon, and that includes what could be a dream tag team showdown. And I'm talking the Usos versus Division's Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. The match hasn't been made official yet, but WWE Raw in Paris may have given fans a bit of a taste of what's coming after Breaker and Reed defeated LA Knight and Jey Uso in the main event. The beatdown didn't stop at the bell. Knight was thrown across the announce table. Jey was speared and flattened by a tsunami splash. Division was standing tall until Jimmy Uso's music hit. The Usos, if they do reunite at Wrestlepalooza, it'll be the first time teaming since their emotional fallout earlier this year, putting them up against Breaker and Reed, two of the most physically dominant stars in the WWE right now. Would add even more firepower to an already pretty stacked card. I mean, this is going to be exciting for us to watch Wrestlepalooza. Are we excited, Courtney?
Yeah, I am so excited. I don't know, too, that from what I've saw from also Becky and CM Punk, too, I'm wondering.
Yeah, I think we'll get more answers concerning that come Friday in Chicago.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
So do you? Yeah. So with that, we saw what happened on Monday. We saw the slap from Becky to CM Punk.
Several
slaps. Is it stupid that the WWE not bring AJ Lee in at this point?
Like, she should have came in Monday, in my honest opinion.
Well, here's the problem with this, because from all reports that I'm seeing and hearing, even Punk himself has, at least hinted at this, if not outright said it. she's pretty happy being retired from wrestling. She doesn't want to come back. She wants to continue what she's doing. However, I think, as I shared a post from a buddy of mine, I think WWE may have painted themselves into a corner. So one of two things is about to happen. She's already either agreed to make a brief return as part of this, and that's why they painted themselves into this corner, or they're going to have to find a way to get themselves out of what they did by saying her name on the show. If they had just referred to her as Punk's wife, as they've been doing, they might not be in this mess. But then there's the fact that we saw Punk on camera holding up that sign about AJ Lee. I don't know. I think that there is a possibility that they have talked to her, that Punk has talked to her, and she has agreed to come back briefly. Because honestly, I think that's the only thing that makes sense with how they have set this up after Clash and Raw.
And I want to read what you shared to us, Max, from your friend, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is what he wrote. WWE has almost backed themselves into a corner. They knew exactly what the response was going to be, aligning Beck and Seth to screw Punk. WWE knew that all fans would immediately jump to the conclusion of AJ Lee returning, which we all have. They even doubled down by having Jackie Redmond mention AJ Lee by name instead of using or calling her Punk's wife like they usually do. So now they have to deliver on it. Putting anyone else with Punk is going to hurt whomever that person is more than help them, because the fans will reject no matter who it is if it's not AJ Lee. Triple H won't be able to hide behind the "we never said it would be AJ" excuse, because yes, you did. We knew you knew exactly what you were doing, and you got the reaction you wanted. So now if Triple H and WWE don't deliver AJ Lee, I think the backlash will be as much, if not greater, than when they had Cody give his WrestleMania match to The Rock. If AJ Lee is not the direction, they just needed a way to get Becky into the division, and then all they had to do was not beat Punk. If LA Knight or Jey Uso took the fall the exact same way, AJ Lee never gets mentioned. So it's AJ or nothing at this point. I have to say, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And Sean, if I swear to God, if it's Rhea Ripley, I'm going to fucking go mental. Go.
Basically, with the state of the current WWE universe, I'm pretty sure if it's Rhea Ripley, we're going to riot.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, that's where we're at. But there's one thing.
Nothing against Rhea.
Oh, I love Rhea.
I love Rhea, but it's not about Rhea. It's about AJ Lee. That's who we want to see.
Yeah.
And besides, Rhea Ripley is involved in her own drama right now that we need to resolve. But it's not just Rhea, because we saw this week that they told Io that Nikki Bella is not your friend. So, I mean, really, this feud is between Io and Asuka. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But Rhea needs to resolve the drama between her and Asuka before she can move on to the storyline with the Vision or wherever she's about to go. There's one more thing that I want to mention, that we talked about the possible matches. Only one has been confirmed. Well, technically, if you go over to Wikipedia, there's 2 matches listed for Wrestlepalooza.
Oh.
One of them is Io versus Stephanie McMahon for the vacant Women's World Champion. Mm-hmm. By the way, shout out to Vacant for another title. So proud of you. I knew you could do it. The other match on there is that it is confirmed. I don't know what the source is, but it has been confirmed that John Cena will be wrestling at Wrestlepalooza. This is not speculation. The only speculation is who is his opponent going to be. At this point, I'm thinking that it's going to probably be Brock, but you never know. They might save Brock for his last match, but I don't think that's what you want to do. Honestly, I think that his last match should be someone like Cody. You know, get that rematch for the title as his last match. That way you get that moment, even though we've already seen the torch handed over from Cena to Cody, we make it that iconic moment. That final image is him putting Cody on top and raising his hand. That's what John Cena wanted to do with his final year in the business, and I think that's who his final opponent should be. And yes, Bacon is the GOAT.
So according to this, what exactly is John Cena's final match? What PLE is it going to be at? Do we know?
Saturday, yes, it's been discussed multiple times.
So,
His final appearance, I believe, involves a match. Is Saturday night main event in December.
Okay. So
wait, it's in Boston?
Yeah.
How can anybody doubt that that's his final event? Baron's been telling me on the show, no, he's not going to make his final event Saturday nights. It's in Boston. That's his hometown.
His home. Yeah, I was just going to say that. Like, that's our hometown.
I love you, Baron, but come on. What more evidence do you need?
Like, hello.
So do we think that John Cena, if he's been confirmed to show up at Wrestlepalooza, do we think he's going to wrestle? Do we think he's just going to make an appearance and challenge Brock Lesnar at some point, or talk about Brock Lesnar at Wrestlepalooza? Just come out and cut a promo? Because right now, that's the only way that I can see this happen. Who are they going to put him up against in such short notice?
The only one that I could think of would either be a rematch with Logan Paul, which we do have to talk about that, or Brock Lesnar. Those are the only two I can think of that would make sense for something on this short of notice. I mean, we're what, 18 days away?
Yeah.
And by the way, if that's Sunday, I will be on a plane to Chicago for my job, my day job. So, and I'll be in Chicago that Tuesday night, but I will let you guys know if I can make the show that Tuesday night.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, we'll run over the card for Clash in Paris before we get to some AEW news. Let's talk about a new strategy that the WWE is experimenting with, and a strategic move for the following Monday shows, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th episodes of Raw. Planning to kick off at now 7 p.m. Eastern, an hour earlier than usual, according to Russell Votes. This is a coordinated decision between both WWE and Netflix to test how Raw fares when it airs ahead of Monday Night Football. Two of those September dates will feature NFL doubleheaders kicking off at 7:15 Eastern, and the insiders say the goal is to place Raw before the most intense sports action, allowing the main event closer views before viewers change the channel. Some are calling the move savvy positioning. It could reduce head-to-head competition and make episodes feel more standalone from a world dominated by live sports. And this comes from Russell Feed. This is honestly something that we've never seen before. They've got way more leverage and flexibility than they would have on the USA Network. Plus, Monday Night Raw has always gone head-to-head against Monday Night Football. Even ever since I've been watching WWE, they've always had that stiff competition with them. So I'm kind of interested in what the possibilities could happen. I'm interested in the numbers now that Netflix is kind of revealing the numbers for Raw. I'm interested to see what could take place of this, man. Honestly, let's move over to
oh shit.
What we got breaking news.
Sean, thank you for that little tidbit. It is definitely, and I know Mir stated this in the chat, it is definitely going to be Brock Lesnar at Wrestlepalooza, because if it's someone he hasn't faced in a decade, and they said that on the advertisement for this, John Cena last wrestled Brock Lesnar in January of 2015 at the Royal Rumble in a triple threat match that also featured Seth Rollins. The last singles match was a few months earlier at Night of Champions in September of 2014, where Cena won via disqualification. So, yeah, it sounds like Brock Lesnar, if what Sean heard was accurate.
Okay.
But real quick, though, I said there's something we need to discuss. After their match at Clash in Paris, let me be honest up front. I hate the fact that I'm about to do this, but there is something that needs to be highlighted and shouted out. Logan Paul truly is turning into a class act when it comes to the wrestling business. And I hate myself for saying that, but I got to be honest. After their match, Logan Paul posted this: "When an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. I wanted a match with John Cena to prove that I not only belong in the business, but can bring the best out of the business. Mission accomplished. For me, last night was peak professional wrestling. Fair play to John, an absolute mastermind of the craft. He wrestles better than Pablo Picasso paints. I don't know if it'll ever be understood how good he is. Although my hand wasn't raised, I came away with more victories than I can count. Grateful. Go toe-to-toe with another GOAT. Check."
That deserves a golfer's clap if I've ever heard one.
I have made my personal feelings concerning Logan Paul very clear
We
on
all
this
have.
show, but I have also stated that I cannot deny that the man really does seem to be passionate about pro wrestling. He is willing to learn, and he seems to learn something new every match he's in. I can only imagine how much knowledge he gained Sunday in Paris.
Courtney, your thoughts on Logan Paul before we move on?
I don't like with all like the celebrities and stuff. It's a lot for me. Like, I just feel kind of like, I mean, yeah, obviously some are not like, they don't like kind of like belong, like as you guys have said. But he's all right by me now. I mean,
Okay. Well, I think he's definitely proving himself. He's shown it time and time again. The dude's shown it in the ring, and he's left his impression in the ring, and he does it with every single freaking match, and it sucks because I hate him. He's a terrible person, but damn it.
yeah, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like how he like portrays himself as like this arrogant
Right.
person, you know?
Right. This is kind of an interesting story. So Stephanie McMahon's recent VPN ad read during What's Your Story podcast has sparked quite some backlash, especially from ESPN's side of the table. So according to Fightful Select, at least one source we spoke to at ESPN wasn't thrilled by the VPN ad read on Stephanie's podcast. End quote. The insider added that they didn't expect it to turn into a major issue, but noted the awkwardness given WWE's new business relationship with ESPN. McMahon casually suggested that fans use a VPN to access international Netflix content where WWE premium live events are included during a mid-show ad break. The moment came during her interview with Roman Reigns and caught many fans off guard. While the ad seemed like a standard plug, it did raise some eyebrows for encouraging U.S. fans to potentially bypass ESPN's $30 per month PLE model. The model has already drawn a lot of heat from the viewers here in the U.S., and who must pay for both a Netflix subscription access weekly WWE programming and a separate ESPN subscription for live events. Meanwhile, fans in the countries like UK get everything through Netflix. The VPN workaround didn't sit well with at least one ESPN contact, especially given the price point and exclusivity to their new WWE deal. I mean, guys, we broke down the prices on both Netflix, Peacock to keep NXT's PLEs in your home, and now ESPN's $30 a month fee to not only watch WWE, but NFL, among other sports, if you're a fan of all that. But if you are, and then it's worth it. But if you're not, it's like paying pay-per-view prices again in the 90s or paying $50 per pay-per-view to watch AEW. So it's just smart to get a VPN, honestly. Now, we don't condone that you get a VPN, but get a VPN.
Listen, nowhere on this show have we said, hey, go get a VPN and don't spend all that money on ESPN.
Yeah.
But I will say this, and you make your own decisions. You're probably an adult. You probably make your own money. You spend it however you want.
Yes.
If you want to spend $10 to $13 a month for a monthly VPN subscription, though costs can vary significantly, with some service costing over $15 or as low as $5 if you choose an annual plan, free trials or longer commitments like annual or multi-year plans are the best way to significantly lower your monthly cost, with some providers offering long-term plans for as little as $2 to $3 per month. Listen, you're an adult. You can decide what you want. You should really pay that $30 for ESPN and not go out and get yourself a VPN so you can watch stuff like the PLEs and SmackDown on Netflix or a Fire Stick.
Or a Fire Stick, yeah. You know, speaking of advertisements, before we get into AEW news, we have a brand new advertisement that we would like to debut here on Ramblers Unleashed right now. Let's do it, shall we?
Please stand by for station identification.
Hey, what's up? It's Dizzy from Ramblers Unleashed. And do you find yourself missing the Ramblers between episodes?
I wouldn't call it missing us.
Oh, come on, Max. Our listeners might say otherwise.
Oh, sure. Let's trust their opinions.
I mean, they are the ones who tune in every week. We should consider their opinions.
All right. I guess you have a point. Speaking of, did you have a point at the start of this?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
Don't blame me for this.
Look, if you miss us between episodes, you can always listen back to past episodes and check out our reels on youtube.com/Ramblers Unleashed.
They can? I suppose next year you're going to tell us they can chat with us on Discord as well.
Hey, funny you should mention that. Find the Discord link in the description of our videos.
Hey, nice shameless plug.
Oh, thank you. Beautiful. That was beautiful. Thank you, Max, for helping me out with that. That was great, man.
Thank you for letting me run with writing one this time.
Yeah, right. Anytime you want to write one, my friend, you are more than welcome. Let's move over to some AEW news. And last week, we shared the story that Jake Hager really wasn't happy with his AEW run, and when he reflected back on it, admitting in an interview with Chris Van Vliet that he became very jaded after his departure from the company. His criticism of AEW president Tony Khan's management style caught a lot of attention, and now longtime friend and WWE Hall of Famer Jim Ross is weighing in, speaking on his Grilling JR podcast. Ross, who first recruited Hager to WWE during his days as Jack Swagger, reacted to the remarks with empathy, but also offered a dose of tough love. He says, and I quote, "He's got a lot of pent-up frustration. Yeah, quite honestly, he's not a bad person. Jake is not a bad person whatsoever. No, but he's very frustrated, or was very frustrated. Hopefully he's got that past him, and he's going to focus more on his creative energy to his trucking company. It shows you how much he loved doing what he did because he became a fan. As I said, he wasn't born a fan, and I find that ironic considering that he and Danny Hodge are from the same hometown," end quote. Now, Conrad suggested that Hager's remarks sounded like sour grapes, and JR didn't disagree, but JR thinks Hager is frustrated and that he didn't get it all out of the business that he would have liked to at the end of the day. Look, JR is a smart man. He's former talent relations for the WWE. He knows the in and outs of the business. He knows how wrestlers feel when the creative and where they're taking them if it's not in their favor. So JR knows. JR is absolutely smart with this. And I'm glad Hager came out and said what he said, because it just verifies everything that we've thought about Tony Khan, especially all the remarks that we've made on this show about Tony Khan, where he's running everything. He doesn't let anybody help out creative. It's all just a Tony Khan show, and whatever he wants, he gets. And making the impromptu matches and everything that Hager said, it just goes to show the mentality of Tony Khan, and he's just a fanboy. That's all he is. He's just a fanboy, He's considered a smart mark now. But that's all Tony Khan will ever be. He will never be anything more than just a mark or a smark or whatever you want to call him. Am I too far off of that from that assumption, Max?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we've talked about before on the show, and then somebody even said it. Somebody that worked for him. He is he's basically a guy that's playing with action figures to book his matches.
Right.
And I've said this before. And listen, Tony Khan, let me be clear about something. I don't dislike your company. I want to actually enjoy your company.
I do too.
But you need help with the booking. You obviously don't know what you're doing. And I am willing to come in and offer my services for a fair amount. Mm-hmm. Have your attorney call me. We'll draw up a contract. We'll negotiate what a fair amount is. I will tell you this. What I make now, you're going to have to pay me more than that to make it worth my while because I'm going to have to travel. And I'm going to want you to cover my travel as well. But reach out. I will help you fix the mess you've gotten yourself into. We will put asses in seats again, and AEW will become a competitive company once again.
And Courtney, you and I were talking before we went on the air. I said I haven't watched AEW in like, I don't know, 3-4 weeks. You're a lot longer with yours, right?
Yeah, I haven't watched it in about, like, what did I say? Like, between 3 and 6 months, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, I've lost touch with it.
Why is that?
It seems boring to me. I don't know.
Is it the matches? Is it the storylines? Is it the wrestling? What is it? Is it the fact that we see blood week in, week out?
I mean, that doesn't bother me, but like, just probably the storylines, like, because sometimes they don't really make sense.
Yes, right. Yeah, I know. That's exactly what we've said on this show. We've talked about the fact that their storylines don't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. And they just seem to drag on. And it's cringe. It's cringy to watch AEW anymore, Max.
Yeah. You know, I say this almost every week when we talk about AEW. Exploding ring. Come on. Listen, you want to know when they really started going downhill? It wasn't the exploding ring. That was bad. Don't get me wrong, but it just showed that a certain someone doesn't know what he's doing. They started going downhill when Cody left, and Tony Khan said, you know what? I can do all this booking by myself. And since then, we've seen a decline in ratings. We've seen a decline in ticket sales. Foreign ticket sales are up. International sales will always be up because those people over there are like, we never get a live show. You're in our town. We will be there. But people here in the U.S., we're a little pickier. And it's hard. I mean, the AEW tickets are actually the affordable ones. But I would rather sell my right kidney to be able to afford a ticket to a WWE show before I'm like, you know what? I really want to go see AEW this week.
Yeah.
Look, it's at the end of the day, you have to present product to keep the fans interested. The message that you should be receiving when people tune out indoors, and don't tell me that Max doesn't tell you what the numbers are because they reported the numbers for that doctor show, The Pit. How are they not reporting numbers for your show? At the end of the day, people are sending you a message. Right now, you've basically got the stands and a few people that don't really know what the hell they're watching you for.
Yeah, I totally agree. Let's move on.
I want to help. Please reach out, Tony Khan. I will help. I promise.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Tony's ego is going to get in the way of that. And he said, I'm not going to reach out to anybody because I know what's best for business. And clearly he doesn't. What is best for business though is TNA. They are making waves in this industry, and I couldn't be more proud of them. And a couple former faces might be coming back to TNA. One of them is for sure Trey Miguel. He was forced to undergo a hernia surgery, which made him miss out on TNA Slammiversary. However, he now has some good news to share as Miguel confirmed he's clear for in-ring action. Trey took to social media and posted a doctor's note saying, quote, "See you soon," end quote. Really good news for Trey Miguel fans if you were a fan of him. Courtney, you're a fan of Trey Miguel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you excited for him?
Mhm. Yes, I am.
There you go. Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
I've been a fan of TNA for a while too, and when I was watching it, I remember when the Bucks, or Gen Me, when they were called that, they had their feud with the Hardys. Was it the Hardys?
I believe so. I think so. Yeah. Maybe.
That's when I really actually enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you mentioned Hardy because Jeff Hardy is part of the news too. And he's, of course, been part of TNA for well over a year now, but many fans still look fondly on his Willow character from the early 2010s. There's some strong interest from fans in seeing that persona return, as Hardy now teased that he may be bringing it back. In an interview with the Angle podcast, Jeff Hardy explained that he started using his TikTok account, Enlightened Jeff Hardy, to try out creative and experimental ideas. One of those ideas included a video where the present version of Willow interacts with a future version of Willow, hinting that the character may soon reemerge. While Hardy was unable to bring back his Willow character in AEW, it's evident that he's trying to ensure that he can revive the character and improve it during his current TNA run. Now, the last time we saw Willow, April 22nd, 2016. And I was a fan of Willow. I thought it was different. I thought it was something new for Jeff. I'm excited for Willow. Who else is excited for Willow? Courtney,
I'd rather see the obsolete mule.
The who?
The obsolete mule.
What the hell is the obsolete mule?
That's what Matt Hardy called him for a while as part of the broken Matt Hardy story.
Oh my God. I'm excited for Willow. I thought it was creative. I thought it was clever. Courtney, you agree with that, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Well, that is the show. That's all we've got for you this evening. It's been a hell of a show, and it's been fun. Courtney, did you have fun?
I did.
Awesome.
Yes.
What would you recommend your visit here from 1 to 10?
Like a 10.
Really, a 10?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, very good. Well, Courtney,
I mean, I may not have talked a whole lot, but
well, that's okay. I mean, some of the topics were kind of hard to talk about. It was some heavy stuff tonight.
Yeah, it was.
And listen, on the subject of heavy stuff, I'm already working on another ad for the show itself, and I'm working on a kind of a PSA type of thing because of what we talked about at the start of the show. I don't know why we didn't do this before. We talked about this stuff on the show, but we never sat down and just recorded some kind of PSA thing for that. So I'm typing that up. I will get it over to Dizzy. We'll get it recorded as soon as we can, and we will get it on an upcoming show, guys.
Cool. Right on.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, that is the show for this evening. Again, Courtney, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to hang out with us. How can fans follow you on social media?
Well, on Twitter, or X as we call it.
Yeah.
It's just at Courtney Sawicki.
At Courtney Sawicki.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's simple.
Perfect. And you can connect with her and tell her how. Just connect with her and talk wrestling with her. She wants to talk wrestling with you. just like
Yep.
we do. So you can connect with us too. You can connect with the Baron at Scumbag Jordan with 3 N's. He's going to come back, damn it. Yeah, 3 N's. You got it. He's going to come back, and we got to figure out the information that he found out about Liv Morgan. Hopefully he's got some progress on that. But you can follow him on X at Scumbag Jordan with 3 N's. And you, Max, how can they follow you, sir?
You can find me at Max Magius. You can find my other podcast at Our Shots Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts, or go to random-shots.net. If you have any complaints, I am begging you, please, please, please send them right here to Deactivated Styles. Guys, listen, I am not kidding. This man is recovering from surgery. He can't play video games right now. There's a lot of stuff he cannot do. You know what he can do? Respond to your complaints and put them together for us for episodes down the road. Please send this man your complaints. Give him something to do so he's not bored trying to send me more Tyson pics, because damn it, he's obsessed with them. I'm not.
And your complaints, no matter what they be, will help us improve. So please send your complaints to at Deactivated Styles on X and let him know, and he'll pass it along to us, and then we'll talk about it on the show. All right. And in the meantime, you can follow us on X at the Ramblers Pod. Thank you for tuning in on X. I'm looking at the live numbers right now. Apparently we have 273 people watching Ramblers Unleashed. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Live on X. We're also live on our twitch.tv account. Follow that at almost said Ringside Ramblers. Follow that at Ramblers Unleashed. You can find us on Facebook too at Ramblers Unleashed. And come over here if you're on X right now. I encourage you to click that link for the YouTube. Come over here, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon. That's really going to help this channel grow too. And to tell your friends and your family and your neighbors about us, and maybe they can all come over and we can all just talk wrestling on a Tuesday night right after NXT. Courtney, again, thank you so much for taking time out and hanging out with us. We certainly do appreciate you.
Anytime. I'm always available.
Absolutely. And please, no
I
matter
have heart.
I
have heart because I'm holding my phone.
The Discord. Max, what is our Discord?
Well, it's that place where we've been talking to everybody. It's down the link. It's in the description of the show.
Yeah, you can click the link in the description of the show for our Discord, and you can join our Discord family and come over there, talk some wrestling with us, talk whatever's on your mind, and we'd love to have you over there as part of the family too. Courtney's a part of the Discord family.
I am.
Sean is part of the Discord family. We still have to get Mir over there, but we're working slowly but surely. We're getting folks over to our Discord, so make sure you click the link on the Discord in the description of this video. You'll find it. And in the meantime, please enjoy professional wrestling no matter what you enjoy, no matter what you watch. And we will come back here and talk about it next week on Ramblers Unleashed. So enjoy and have a great rest of your week. We will talk to you later. See ya. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Ramblers Unleashed. Follow the show on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click the bell icon for notifications of upcoming episodes.